welcome to the Krazecast, the podcast run by the fans for the fans that brings you close to the action. My name is Roxy, and today I'm joined by my fellow host Jay and our podcast editor Robin.
Hello, long time no
Hello.
see.
For real.
To keep up with all our content, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Craze Magazine, and YouTube, The Craze.
If you enjoy our content, please consider helping to support our organization through Ko-Fi. Head over to ko-fi.com/thecraze where you can donate however much you please, and we thank you so much for your support.
Which leads me to my next question. So do you think idols should have their own accounts or only use the group account?
I think it depends on their preference. I don't think they should be forced into having their own accounts if they don't want to. Like, I remember Jungkook deleted his Instagram and everybody lost their fucking mind about it. He was like, I just didn't want it anymore. Like,
Yeah.
Let the boy live. It's hard to, like, I feel like the pressure if you have a personal one is a lot higher. And at least in a group one, you probably have social media managers that you could just, like, send this shit to and they upload it. Yeah. But I don't know if they do that for their personal accounts.
No, I think their personal accounts are theirs. Like, so I have to agree. It's like there is more of a pressure to upkeep, what you post on your personal. Are there some idols who just don't give a fuck? Yes. But some of them, it's just like they know the gravity of the situation of what they're in, and they're like, I have to tailor this particular thing for my viewers and audience, so they can't be seen doing this or that. And that's why we all know they all have alt accounts.
I mean, like, who's confirmed it too? Like, they have alt accounts. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, if I was an idol, I would also, because I want to see what the fuck people are saying about me. I don't know if I'd want to find the fanfics personally, but, like, I know that they do. So
yeah. And it's just like, at least with their alt accounts, they can post whatever the fuck they want to their close friends. I do
they
like
just
that
have to not get
now.
caught.
Yeah.
Like, they, like, because if you're going to be, I still feel like they can't be too messy because, like, if it gets found out that it's their alt account, then, like, their image is ruined. But, like,
yeah,
I don't know.
And you also have to think of who you trust in terms of having that private account.
Right.
Anybody can be malicious about it, or you do one wrong thing, well, I have dirt on you. Yeah.
But, like, I wonder if, like, let's say you have an alt account and you just shit post, right? Because, like, I'm just assuming that's what you would do. Do you think people would blackmail idols for their shit posts?
Yes.
Yes. Not even gonna hesitate on that one. I feel like yes.
Man, that sucks because shit posting is fun. And honestly, if I saw an idol shit posting, I think it would be funny. Like, I don't think there would be blackmail material there, but, idol image or whatever.
Yeah. So I guess it's like, yes, we know that they have alt accounts. Don't go looking for them. Bad. Let them be. They're human. Let them be. I kind of like it when they do utilize, like, so going back to Street Kids, they utilize their social media account, the group one. That's where they just post all their, activities. And it's all on one profile. Somebody is managing it, and moderating it to an extent. And yeah, they still have access to it and they can still see it, but, at least it's in one place. All of that. So it's kind of a toss-up. I can't say yes or no, like one or the other. I mean, it's a choice if they want to.
So then you guys kind of touched on it. Not really. So my next question is, have you noticed a difference in interactions with fans because of social media?
The first thing that came to my mind was, like, there was a recent live, I think, where RM was, like, saying that he was, like, disappointed in the behavior of some armies. And, like, I feel like the only reason he would say that is, well, one, because they became so huge, but two, the behavior of fans on social media is, like, so abhorrent in a way that it didn't used to be. So, like, my first thought is, like, a negative connotation to it because, like, when like V Live first came up. Like it was just fun. You know, you could watch, like, I used to watch Yoongi's V Lives all the time, and he would just be like eating and talking, and nobody was like the chat was going, but it was not as like stupid as it is now. I don't know if that's harsh, but like, have you seen
That's
the
just funny
chats?
because it's true.
Because like people say the most ridiculous shit in these chats, and it's like because they just want to be acknowledged, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like almost it just makes it dumber. And so I feel like because of that, there's like a more disingenuous type of engagement on social media, because like people are so insistent on getting noticed by their idol that like there's not genuine interaction anymore, if that makes sense. So to me, it kind of muddies the water and makes it not as worth it. Like it just seems like they go through the motions then of like, oh, I'm connecting with fans, but like, are you really? Because like nobody's engaging with what they're doing. Nobody's like, I don't know.
I
Maybe
think
I'm
it
just
depends
like,
on the group.
yeah. And maybe I'm just being cynical about it because I'm like old and tired, but I just feel like I watched it go from like really fun, like when they all first started getting Twitter and stuff, to like just oversaturated and really just like not genuine, just sort of like, I don't know. There's a lot, like, at least when it comes to like fan interaction on platforms.
For me, I'm on the realm of like, it's cool. Hey, at least we know that they're responding to it. But at the same time, it's like, I'm trying to also think of it as like, if I was an idol, I'd be overwhelmed by seeing all of that go down. I'm even over, like, when I watch lives, I turn off comments because
Can't do that on Weverse, and it makes me really annoyed.
You can on Weverse Live. Yes, you can.
I couldn't figure out how to do it last time that Yugi went
Yeah.
live, and I was like, it was really pissing me off because like I don't.
And I mean, you see the same redundant messages, because they want to get noticed, and it's so understandable, you know. Um, like the whole "Yoongi marry me," that's carried on into all the other members of BTS, right? As a meme. And so you're like, but like, so as an idol, like sometimes that they're just sitting there because they're like, ask me something different, say something different, right?
It's like
And
with GOT7. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no,
I
no,
just
no,
like
you're good.
it's like with GOT7 because they like with GOT7's lives when they were doing V Live, it's always say hi to Brazil, hi Brazil. Say hi to Chile, hi Chile. Say hi to da da da, hi. Like it was like that became a meme now, but like you could tell the
Yeah.
boys were annoyed with it.
And or also like the one thing is like, I get it. You want to hear them speak in your language. Like maybe just saying like a phrase or two is okay. Like saying I love you or saying hi, like hi in the appropriate language. It's when I also get annoyed when people's like, "Can you speak only English? I can't understand."
Yeah. Then like
I
don't watch it.
I don't like that, Like it's just like Korean is their native tongue.
In a way, it dehumanizes them because it's like you're not catering to me. Like I see you as something to entertain me, not as like you're a human being who's most comfortable speaking Korean. It's you need to speak English for me. It's entitled, is what it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, you saying that just reminded me, and like I can talk about it later, but like at the AT's concert in Seoul that I went to like earlier this month or last month, there were a lot of foreign fans there, by the way, like a shit ton of foreign fans. I've never seen so many foreign fans at a Korean concert before. And there were these girls behind us, and they're like, why can't they speak English? But you're in Korea.
You're literally in Korea.
Korea. Like,
oh my God.
It would be different if they're here.
And
but
even
then you're not even entitled.
No,
it's
because
like I'm not even a fan of ATs, and that pissed me off.
Dude, like not even like 2 years ago, they weren't speaking English in their mentions. They had translators.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think you are? Oh my God, I will fight someone. I'm so
I remember looking at them, like looking back at them, and I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And like my friend next to me, I was like translating for her because she didn't really know that much Korean, and so I was like trying to like let her know what was happening, and they would listen into my translations.
I would have been like, turn around. Don't
Or like go keep looking at them. Don't pay attention to
No, they
me.
were behind me. They were
Oh,
behind me.
yeah, exactly. Like, don't listen to me, listen to them.
It
I
was
Figure it
just
wasn't
out.
talking to you.
I will
It's not for
always
you.
remember. I will always remember that them being like, "Oh, why can't they speak English?" Bitch, you're in fucking Korea.
Don't like that. So like I don't like it when it's like that, but at the same time getting that gratifying, like, oh, hey, cool, they're talking or they saw my tweet,
The
like a good example is Tableau. He
mm,
interacts with fans, and like, and I feel like because they have a chill, like, understanding, hey,
mm,
don't do stupid shit, right?
yeah,
Like, don't say something out of line, you know, Tableau's all about the memes, but also he does appreciate the feedback of like, what do you think about this album and all of that? And I think it's because Tableau has the the ability to also tweet in English because he can speak,
mm-hmm,
but also he does interact with his Korean fans too if there's somebody putting something in Hangul. So it's just like it's cool when it's like that because
mm,
people are actually like, oh my god, this is so cool, like I thought about this is what I got out of it. And that Tableau's reading stuff too, like he reads these like articles that come out about Epic High stuff, you
mm,
know or they're gauging like, oh, what about if we went to this city for this tour, what are we,
mm,
he
yeah,
like, I feel like in that sense that's like a type of connection that I do appreciate because they're actually listening
I
to
mm,
think it helps that it's Epic High too. So they're not like a K-pop group.
right.
There's
yeah.
something about the K-pop group that makes people like 10 times more feral and annoying.
Like my immediate thought once you started bringing up like the English comment, like
Mm-hmm.
I get weirded out when they speak English.
It's
Like,
true.
because like I'm so used to them speaking Korean, so when they speak English, I'm like English, and I literally go "감튀기 영어 왜?" like, which means like, why are
Yeah.
you suddenly speaking English? So like, I get freaked out when they do start speaking English. Like at ATs, they did start saying some English phrases here and there, and I was like, why you're in Korea, speak Korean, don't worry about English,
I
like
don't know. I
we're
feel
fine.
like if you're listening to K-pop, you come with the expectation that it's Korean, right?
Yeah.
So I don't expect things in English
Exactly,
like
that's how
that.
I am.
Like, so I'm not gonna ask that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I
Yeah.
watch a live, I mean, I can pick up on some of the stuff they're saying. I don't know like the entirety of it, but like it's Korean content, so I'm going to accept the fact that it's Korean. I don't know why there
Yeah,
are people that think they're entitled to having English thrown
Mm-hmm.
into everything. Like just because it's more popular in America doesn't mean it's still English focused. Like
yeah,
Right.
don't be so egocentric, my dude.
yeah. That's why when K-pop groups speak English, even in America, I'm like, whoa, like I'm like surprised by it because I'm so used to like, Teen Top being my ultimate bias group for 8 years and none of them speak a lick of English. So I'm so used to hearing Korean. And then Biasing got seven.
Like I feel
I
like
got English.
now go- going about that in terms of also on a social media realm too, I feel like these groups that are coming out now, they have to have at least one English speaker
That
Mm-hmm.
has definitely
amongst the
become
group,
way more common
you
for
know,
sure.
to tailor to the, international audience. I mean, is like the thing is like English is a primary language in the world, but it's not everybody's primary language,
Right.
right? But to cater to like the English speaking fans, they'll have at least one member who they may not like be American born or like English born speaking, but there's somebody who's went to school enough that knows enough to
Mm-hmm.
get by. And I feel like that's part of their debrief now. And also it's like, okay, you want to get into this K-pop group, learn English. You need to start practicing your English now, because it goes back to the whole viral thing, right? Because they're like, oh, hey, there's a group member who speaks English. I'm going to latch on to this member, and hopefully, later on, there you go. And it builds that fan base that way.
So I think that's very interesting.
Yeah. Like, it's just something I've noticed now. Like, there's always going to be one. If it's not English, the next language is Japanese.
Oh yeah.
Because that's where you really see them promote. Now,
and like once the K-pop companies figured it out, like, as much as people complain, people in the US have money. So they have money to spend, and these K-pop groups know if they want money, they gotta
go there.
Yeah.
They gotta cater to that. So like,
let me tell you, those concert tickets are cheap here, dude.
I know. And like, it only gets worse here because people are willing to pay up. Like, don't stop complaining about being broke. You have money. If you're buying $1,000 concert tickets, you have money. Okay, so
not only $1,000 concert tickets, but also traveling to every stop. Girl, shut up.
I know, bruh. Tell me about it. I struggled to find tickets for Augusty that were under $500. I did, but like,
yeah.
At what point?
At what cost?
Why do Americans have so much fucking money? Because like half the reason that K-pop is so big here is because we spend so much fucking money on it.
Or it's like it's even like, because they're trying to have legislation being passed right now that's going to increase these these visa fees, that makes them have to increase their ticket prices, and they know we're still going to pay because it's just like, well, fuck, it's expensive, but I want to go see them.
Exactly.
And not even that, like like, you want to talk about tickets, look at merch. They literally upscale merch there. I came to Korea, and you know how much that fucking AT light stick was here?
How much?
$20.
Oh my!
It's 60 here.
It's 20 here. It was 20,000 won at the concert. God. I'd be dumb to not buy this shit, because that's like $15 in America. Roughly.
Yeah, it's a steal.
I was like, I'd be dumb not to get it, so I did.
Well, yeah, and it is pretty.
And like, it is, but like, also like some other merch. Like, I went to this random like K-pop store in Hongdae, and they had stuff from Jin Young's fan meeting that was the week before I got here, and then I had already been in Korea for 2 months, or like roughly 2 months, and I literally started crying. I was like, I'm getting this. I have it over there as my jacket, but like. It's just, and it was cheap too. It wasn't expensive. I was like, it's cheap here. The fuck? Shit.
Import tax sucks.
Also, inflation. America needs to stop printing money. God damn it. Decreasing the value of the dollar. I'm not gonna get into my adult shit. I'm gonna shut up. But like, I get annoyed. And like, they know this, right? Okay, so that's why this is going back to it. That's why they want an English speaking member, because they want us to spend our fucking money, because we will.
Yeah,
we love spending money.
Yeah, they know we will shell out the money to it,
no matter what.